In the heart of the vibrant village of Niamey, the night was alive with the rhythm of the Djembe drums. The air buzzed with anticipation as the villagers gathered around the central fire, their bodies moving in sync with the hypnotic beats. It was the night of the full moon, a time when spirits walked among the living, and when desires hidden deep within could no longer be contained. Aisha, known for her beauty and grace, stood at the edge of the circle, her eyes closed, feeling the music flow through her. She wore a flowing wrap, dyed in the deep blues and purples of the night sky, adorned with intricate patterns that shimmered in the firelight. Her dark skin glowed with the warmth of the flames, her heart pounding in time with the drums. The sound was intoxicating, drawing her into its depths, making her body sway gently as if controlled by an unseen force. Across the fire, Malik watched her, captivated by the way she seemed to become one with the music. He was a sculptor, his hands skilled at shaping the earth into forms that echoed the beauty of the world around him. But tonight, his hands ached for something more, for the touch of Aisha's skin, the softness of her curves, the warmth of her breath against his. His gaze never left her, drawn to the way she moved, her hips swaying in time with the rhythm, her arms gracefully lifting and falling like the wings of a bird in flight. There was a power in her presence, a magnetic pull that he could not resist. As the drums intensified, Aisha opened her eyes and met Malik's gaze. The connection between them was electric, a silent understanding passing between them as if the music had woven their souls together. Without a word, she stepped forward, her movements fluid and graceful, inviting him into the dance. Malik responded, his body moving with a strength and confidence that matched the intensity of the rhythm. They circled each other, their bodies close but not touching, the tension between them growing with every beat of the drum. The villagers watched in awe, the firelight casting flickering shadows that seemed to dance along with them. The night air was thick with heat and desire, the sounds of the drums resonating deep within their chests. The flames leaped higher, crackling and spitting as if they, too, were caught up in the fervor of the moment. Aisha and Malik moved together in perfect harmony, their steps a mirror of the others, their breaths synchronized as they danced. The ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with the energy of the earth itself, the ancient spirits of the land awakening to witness the union of two souls destined to be together. The world around them faded away, leaving only the sound of the drums, the warmth of the fire, and the intoxicating presence of each other. Malik's eyes never left Aisha's, his heart pounding in time with the rhythm that seemed to echo the very beat of life itself. He could feel the heat radiating from her skin, the soft rise and fall of her breath as they moved together, closer and closer, until they were mere inches apart. The scent of her, a mix of earth and flowers, filled his senses, making his pulse quicken with longing. Finally, as the music reached its crescendo, Aisha and Malik came together, their bodies pressed close, moving as one. The tension that had been building between them was palpable, an electric charge that crackled in the air. The villagers watched in awe, their own movements slowing as they witnessed the culmination of the dance. The firelight flickered, casting long shadows that seemed to dance along with the couple, creating a tapestry of light and dark that mirrored the passion between them. As the drums began to slow, their movements became more intimate, more tender. Malik's hands traced the lines of Aisha's body, memorizing every curve, every contour. His touch was gentle, reverent, as if he was sculpting her from the very earth he loved. Aisha leaned into him, her breath soft against his ear as she whispered his name. She could feel the strength of him, the solidness of his body, the way he seemed to envelop her in warmth and protection. Their surroundings faded into the background, the sounds of the village and the night becoming distant echoes. The only thing that mattered was the connection between them, the way their bodies fit together so perfectly, as if they were made for each other. Aisha could feel the thrum of Malik's heartbeat beneath her fingers, steady and strong, a rhythm that matched the beating of her own heart. She closed her eyes, letting herself be swept away by the sensations, the warmth, the touch, the undeniable bond that had been forged in the firelight. When the final beats of the drums faded into the night, they stood together, bathed in the glow of the dying fire, the echoes of their dance still lingering in the air. The villagers began to disperse, leaving them alone under the watchful gaze of the full moon. The night was cool, the stars twinkling overhead like 1,000 tiny eyes. Aisha smiled, her hand resting against Malik's chest, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat that she knew she would carry with her always, a reminder of this night, this moment, this love that had blossomed in the heat of the dance. "The spirits have blessed us tonight," she whispered, her voice barely more than a breath against his skin. Malik nodded, his voice low and filled with emotion. "And they have shown us what our hearts have always known." They stood together for a long moment, the fire burning low, the world around them quiet and still. The night was theirs, a cocoon of warmth and peace that wrapped around them, protecting them from the outside world. In that moment, they were not just two people, but a part of something larger, something ancient and powerful, something that had been written in the stars long before they were born. Finally, hand in hand, they began to walk into the night, the distant sound of the Djembe still echoing in their hearts, a reminder of the night when their souls danced as one. The village behind them was silent, the fires extinguished, the people asleep, dreaming of the love that had blossomed before their eyes. The path ahead was lit by the soft glow of the moon, a silver thread that led them towards a future filled with promise and possibility. As they walked, Malik looked down at Aisha, his heart swelling with a love so deep and profound that it took his breath away. He could see their future stretched out before them, a tapestry woven from the threads of their shared experiences, their joys, their sorrows, their love. Aisha looked up at Malik, her eyes shining with the same emotions. She could feel the strength of his love, the depth of his commitment, and it filled her with a sense of peace and security that she had never known before. She knew that no matter what the future held, they would face it together, their bond unbreakable, their love eternal. As they disappeared into the night, the last echoes of the Djembe faded away, leaving only the soft sound of their footsteps and the gentle rustle of the wind in the trees. The spirits of the land watched over them, their presence a silent blessing, a reminder that love, like the rhythm of the drums, is eternal, unending, and as powerful as the beating of the heart. And so, under the vast African sky, with the stars as their witness and the spirits as their guide, Aisha and Malik began their journey together, their hearts beating as one, their souls forever entwined in the dance of the Djembe.